Hi there, just a quick video from us at McGill Motorsport to talk about our sealing boots that fit onto our rod ends. Handy little sealing boots these, they just do a good job of keeping the dust and the dirt out of the ball of your rod end and protecting it, ultimately giving you some better performance, more durability, and yeah, just preventing wear within the rod end really. So we have various sizes of these sealing boots which we stock here at McGill Motorsport, and we also have a huge range of sizes of rod end. So in order to find which size of sealing boot you require for your rod end, the best thing to refer to is this table, which is in all the adverts for our sealing boots on our website mcgillmotorsport.com. And what we're going to demonstrate today is how to fit these rod ends to the sealing boots, and which size should fit onto each, and just give you some handy techniques and help out, because we know it's sometimes difficult and frustrating to get these to fit on, but it really is worthwhile once it's done. So we have our smallest size of sealing boot here, product code SEAB1, SEAB1, and it fits onto a variation of sizes. So as you can see from the table, it fits everything from M5 to M8, and from 3/16 right through to 5/16 and everything in between. Next size up is the SEAB2 sealing boot, and it fits onto these joints here. So that's everything from M10 to M14, and from 3/8 up to 1/2 inch. Next size up for us is the SEAB 3.3, and it fits onto our 5/8 joint, as you can see from the table there, and it also, on the metric side, it fits onto M16 and M18 joints as well, which we will demonstrate in a few moments. The SEAB 3.6 is the next size up. It's the second biggest of our range. It fits onto a 3/4 or a 7/8 on imperial sizes, and it fits onto an M20 or M22 on the metric side. And lastly, we have the SEAB 4, which is the largest sealing boot we offer, which is really only required for a 1-inch joint, which is really quite a big joint and larger than most would need. So we have a huge variation of rod ends at McGill Motorsport. We have various different specs, from economy through to aircraft grade. The range we're using here today is just the XM series. Dimensionally, these joints are all the same, so it's okay to just stick to one range for the purposes of the video. So what we're going to do is we'll start off with the SEAB1 sealing boot, and we'll select the largest size of the range that it fits, which is going to be an M8 joint, and we're going to demonstrate the easiest way to fit that. So a couple of tools you need really is a cable tie really, and WD-40 also helps a little. So what to do with the cable tie is stick it in through either hole on either side of the rod end, link it in, and then spray a little bit of WD-40 in through the bottom hole, and then we'll start fitting the rod end on. So take the rod end and stick it through the side hole of the boot. Either side hole will work, and then down through the bottom hole, and then pull it up to the top of the threads to the head of the rose joint. Then use your cable tie as a bit of leverage to stretch it over. It may not necessarily be straight once you've stretched over, and you just straighten it up at the end. It's nice and slidey as it's been lubricated. Snip the cable tie off and you have it fitted there. So that's your SEAB1 fitted to the M8 joint nice and tightly. Next size up, SEAB2, we're just going to fit this to an M14 joint, as it's got the largest head of these. It's larger than a 1/2 inch. So again, we'll do the same technique, put a cable tie in through each side hole, link it in, click it on a couple of clicks, a little bit of WD-40 in through the bottom, take your rod end and slide it in through the side hole, trying to hold your cable tie out of the road. Once it's in through the side hole, down through the bottom hole, then pull it up to the top of the threads. Use your cable tie to stretch it over, so really pull the cable tie over the back and stretch it over. So that's your SEAB2 fitted onto an M14 joint. We'll just also demonstrate this on a 1/2 inch joint as well, just to show that it works for imperial sizes also. So there is a SEAB2, and we're just going to repeat the whole process again, but it's just to demonstrate to the customers who are using our Imperial sizes, this does actually fit. You know, it's sometimes a bit difficult to fit it, but it's best to be persistent, and you'll end up with a better product if you use the correct size of boot. If you'd opted to go for a larger size, you will find that it will be a bit loose and ultimately won't protect the joint as well as the smaller size would. I'll move up to seat 3.3 now. The largest of these three joints is an M18, and so we're just going to use that as it would be most difficult to fit. We'll use the same technique once again, linking it a few clicks on, bit of WD-40 in through the bottom hole. Take your rod end, stick the threaded section of the rod end in through the side hole of the boot. Then once it's in through the side hole, down through the bottom of the boot. Use the cable tie to pull it up the threads, then use the cable tie to stretch it over. Once it's over, straighten it all up so everything's aligned. Snap the cable tie, and yeah, great, nice tight fit on that, nice finished product there. So we'll move on to the seat 3.6, and we'll use a 7/8 joint for the purposes of this, as it's the biggest of those 4 joints we have here. Cable tie in, through side holes, click it on one click, bit of WD-40, and just to get started with the joint. In through the side hole once again, and down through the bottom hole in the boot. Pull up the threads, use the cable tie as leverage, stretch it over. Once it's over, try and straighten it up. Then once it's all aligned and you're happy, just snip the cable tie, and obviously several more snips. The last, well, is a seat 4. We'll demonstrate this. I suppose it's definitely a challenging one, and may take a bit longer, but definitely is worthwhile spending a little bit of time on just to get it right. So this is certainly a tight fit, but once it's tight, it does the best job of just keeping dirt and dust out of the spherical part of your joint, or the ball of your joint. Just protecting it, just making sure nothing gets in there that's going to wear it down. And it's really useful if you're using it on a shale surface, or if you're using it off-road applications, or maybe farming like you would a size joint like this. As you can see, we just need to keep pulling it until it pops over, and then straighten it all up, and then take your cable tie and snip it out. So almost there with this one. I expected it's a little bit more challenging and take a little bit more time. So you can find all these sealing boots on our website at McGillMotorsport.com. You can purchase them there. If you purchase them, we'll send them out the same day you've ordered, the same working day, assuming you've ordered before 2 PM. All these joints are obviously available on our website as well. And if you're unsure on which joint you need for your application, feel free just to contact us by phone, email. Our phone number is 01592 654 136. And we can talk you through what joints are, options for your application, and once we know a bit more about what you're using them on, we can maybe help you out with finding which sizes you might need, and just helping you out. We've got extensive knowledge on these rod ends. We've been selling them for many years, and like I say, there's many different specs, from an economy spec to high misalignment spec. Metric, we have bronze lined, Teflon lined. Then on Imperial, we've got the ultra high performance spec, which is what you see here. These joints are chrome moly, and they've got a PTFE liner inside them. And then there's one spec above these, which is the aircraft spec as well. So yeah, as I say, you just have a look on our website, McGillMotorsport.com, and you'll find all our rod ends on there. And yeah, don't hesitate to get in touch if you need anything at all. Thanks very much for your time, and we hope you enjoyed the video.